but this time the embers took the fire into literally every neighborhood in the entire town, from the mountains to the ocean.
Wow, this morning I woke up and I smelled nothing but smoke. The skies here in LA look orange. It looks really gloomy. This looks like a war torn country, y'all. This is really bad. This is horrible. Look at this. And this morning there was a lady, she broke down crying. They told her to leave her car. It was so bad. They told her she couldn't even drive her car, just to go walk away, just get out of the area.
Sort of prepared in that way, but that's not the same as having someone is looking at your window and seeing smoke and then seeing flames. And most of the people that were, I think you're referring to, that were sort of stuck and had such a hard time getting out, it wasn't because they weren't ready. It's just because everybody's being told to go at the same time. And in the Palisades, the first area that was on fire, the Palisades Highlands, there's only one road up.
Oh my gosh, look at all these people.
Everybody in the entire community on that one road at the same time.
That's
It's
terrible.
impossible. So people were driving on the wrong side of the road and abandoning their cars. Fire trucks were having a hard time getting up, so they had to get machinery in to move the cars out of the way. The other side of town was easier to get out, but they closed Sunset, they closed PCH, and these are the main arteries that we have. So, and the fire did move extraordinarily quickly because of the winds. So, those were the issues.
And that fire continues to move. We're thankful that you and your loved ones are safe. Our hearts go out to the entire Pacific.
This is so devastating, y'all. This is really, really bad. And I just like this morning when I went to go, like, just throw the trash away, I'm smelling smoke everywhere. And it's like somebody was burning something. At first, I thought maybe somebody was burning something in the alley. But no, it's this smoke coming from these fires.
Los Angeles will pick up with that right now.
And the skies, if you open the door from where I live, it's just orange looking everywhere.
Saying that we're glad we're here, but I really almost wish I was there, so I could help out or be part of it. And it's such a tight community, and almost feel really guilty not being there right now, to be honest.
And that's understandable. I hear from people whose homes, don't end up becoming ablaze in some of these fires. They have survivor's guilt in some ways with their home, but it is one of those things. Fires are so unpredictable. Have you been talking to your neighbors? What do you know about your neighborhood right now?
Yeah, our neighborhood is completely evacuated. I'm not sure if you guys saw the footage from our Nest Cam or not, but that was really the last contact that we had with our home.
I think we do have that video. This is your backyard.
This is our backyard. And,
oh my God!
We basically lost contact with with our house via the power.
Look at how close that fire is, y'all.
Was taken from our security cameras in the backyard.
That's crazy.
That's a neighbor's house that you can see next to it with the chimneys there.
We did get word that our fire sprinkler system had gone off, and then we had a heat warning at our front door, and that was the last we heard.
So devastating.
Ooh, it just seems like it just gets worse and worse.
In the Palisades and on property there, but you've likely seen fires before in this area, but nothing like this.
We have. It's been about 8 years or so, 9 years for us, and we've really gotten really immersed in the community, and really that's our happy place, and it is just soul crushing to us, and so many of our friends who live there. Like I said, we're fortunate that we have both coasts, but so many people have lost everything, and it is devastating, and the animals and kids with schools, and it's just so sad.
Our hearts really go out to everyone. There was a small fire on New Year's Eve. We woke up to helicopters in our neighborhoods were shining the lights right in our house, and that was a very small fire, and we evacuated then at 3 a.m. So
having that happen just a couple
Couple
days
days
ago,
ago.
and then having this on the heels of it, it's so rattling. I mean, we just did the whole like pack a bag in 2 seconds, get out of there thing, and that fire was okay. And then because the winds were calm, but this fire, as soon as we heard that the winds were out of control, we were just like, oh,
Look at that
no.
car, y'all.
It's just
This is how it looks also in Pasadena. It's like this up in some parts of Pasadena, Altadena. It looks like a war-torn country. You see people just walking away from their cars, leaving their cars because they can't even drive because it's just so hot, and they don't want the cars blocking the fire department that is trying to get up there to get to the fires
The Pacific Palisades, and
to try to help
so much
contain
love
it.
in that community.
It's just
so
really, really
sad.
bad.
We're just praying it doesn't spread. I have a bookstore in Santa Monica called Zibby's Bookshop, and you could see flames from there. And we just, all of our friends in Santa Monica, we know so many people there. We just want it all to go. We're just praying for it to end.
I know that feeling. And, we can say when our homes are not on fire, it's just things, but it's different. It's differently when it's your community, and your community is going to look so different when you go back to it. So our hearts are with you. We're glad you're safe. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I'm going to check in now with Mark. And
really ferocious fires burning in Southern California. And all morning I've been listening to the firefighters on the fire scanners. They sound weary. They have been suffering equal portions of fatigue and stress. Some of them have not had anything to eat or had any rest in 20 hours. And I did just hear a camp has been set up at Will Rogers State Beach where there is food. Several of those firefighters are just going to get a bite to eat and then immediately go back to the fire line to continue to work. We know LA City Fire has put out a call for any off-duty firefighters anywhere in Southern California, no matter what they're doing. They need
That's
to
how bad it is, y'all. Anybody that is an off-duty fire worker could help.
However, for these firefighters that are working so hard to protect homes, I can now report there is a glimmer of hope. If you come out to my screen, there is the first fire aircraft now in the air. What you're looking at on your screen here is Fire 4. An AW-139 took off out of Van Nuys Airport, and they came down and did a loop right here over the Sepulveda Basin recreation area. That's where the Woodley fire was reported just about 6:15 this morning. The good news is they flew right by it after doing one orbit. It's probably not that severe. Then they came down here to look at the Palisade fire. And you can see this was their last loop. They did a quick loop here to get some reconnaissance on it, and they very likely are now going to go check out other fires. They didn't do any water drops, probably because they are just doing reconnaissance to look and see how bad the air quality and the winds are right now. I called LA City Fire to see when we were going to get more up. They weren't even able to answer the phone. LA County said they are conferencing with their pilots to see when they can get in the air. The smoke, particulate matter, and winds are extremely high. So Fire 4 was able to get up, but I hope that this would mean that more fire attack helicopters, water dropping helicopters are going to be in the air shortly to help these beleaguered firefighters as they work to contain the Palisades, Hearst, Eaton fire, and hopefully the Woodley fire in the center of your screen, which is not that bad. The other thing that I want to show you is some of the time-lapse cameras from the Alert California system. This is the eastern end of the Palisades fire. We are looking across Santa Monica into the
That's why it
Palisades area.
looks
You can see
orange in the
this is
air
right
and
now
the
a
smoke
live
smell.
shot.
It's
Very
just
smoky.
traveling
It's an
everywhere.
wind blowing out into the ocean, all of that smoke. This is the eastern end. We've also got some cameras up here from Topanga Peak that show the western end of the fire. This is a time lapse from the last hour. You can see those flames and homes there near the center of your screen that are very, very close. We don't know if there's any structure protection going on for those homes, but there's also another camera that shows a different angle. You can see here as well, there are homes here on the left side of your screen, very, very close to these flames as they're burning. An aerial attack is going to be necessary here to help stop this. And then as I go over here to the Eaton fire, we can see one of the cameras here. This one is in the last hour. You're going to see these flames still very active, burning in thick, heavy brush. This is just very close to, I believe, the name of this camera. This is the Arcadia camera here. And then there's also another one here from Mount Wilson that you're going to see.
That's how many fires are burning, y'all.
A lot of smoke still
Just
a lot of very
everywhere.
active flames in rough, rugged terrain. It's not accessible by ground crews. So again, that aerial tack is going to be so important. Coming back out here live, we are expecting a news conference at 8 a.m. in just about 15 minutes down in downtown, where multiple fire agencies are going to give a briefing and update on the status of these fires. Hopefully, we will learn a lot more when we get that information. We'll bring it to you. That's the very latest here from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
Mark, thank you for that. I want to point out on the left-hand side of the screen right now, there is that fire that we brought